Scorpio, I've pulled the Nine of Cups for you. The words that are coming to me are recycling ancestral knowledge, but it isn't simply recycling, it is renewing it. It is making it relevant to your experience. You are investigating, recording, documenting some aspects of your cultural heritage that you are reflecting as an empowered voice and are an empowered narrative. This is not to say that every aspect of your cultural story, your cultural context, your heritage has been liberating, has been just, has been uplifting, but you're understanding deeply the sacrifices that others have made and the reflection on your ability to voice that, to narrate that story in a way that gives it significance and meaning to the times that we're living in now. This is about your experiencing that through your own life, but in a very different body. You've had access to resources and opportunities that ancestors did not. And you're using all of your creative gifts, all of your emotional intelligence to decipher that, to codify that in a way that can be shared with others, in a way that is articulating the wisdom, the elevation, the awareness, the growth that we can experience in this life. This is a beautiful message about your supreme satisfaction with the amount of digging, research, exploration, discovery of your own personal ancestry, and how you are more than simply sharing this with the world. It is something that is encoded in your visceral experience, the sense of satisfaction, growth, joy, pleasure, satisfaction, and having to make the choices that you get to make every day. In your present, we have the Warrior of Wands. Yes, this is a process at this time of more and more discovery for you, more and more exploration. As a result of this self-willed journey, you are growing and expanding in new ways. You are inspired by what you're learning. And it isn't about happiness or joy in the sense of everything being a nice package. It's actually far deeper than that. And that is in part the sense of satisfaction you're gaining is the depth of your discovery and exploration. As a Scorpio, you have unprecedented talent and skill in going deep, looking at the things that are not necessarily attractive, pleasant, comfortable on the surface. And in some way, you are dignifying the experience of those who have been overlooked, who have been forgotten. In the past, the Eight of Jades. You've been working. This is about diligence. This is about discipline. This is about incredible hard work. Your work ethic, you're very aware, is connected to the sense of personal development that you are experiencing in a way that correlates to the spiritual, the physical realities that you are promoting, that you are recording, that you are sharing, that you're documenting in some way. So that the more that you commit to your own improvement of skills, of experiences, of communication, the more you gain from the lessons of this trajectory that you're on, the development of this project, the preparedness of yourself as a person to recognize the opportunities in the stories that you're telling, in the work that you're accomplishing, in your willingness to step up to the role of leadership, management of a community that is working to program, to package this set of stories, beliefs, ideas, ways in which these skills, these stories can be shared more broadly with others. In the future, you have the Five of Staffs, and this is about the rolling up your sleeves and doing the work to manage this incredible largesse of information. And stories always circulate back in the information I'm getting. These stories are DNA stories, which is why I keep coming around to the idea of ancestry, of heritage, of cultural lineage, as being about this exploration and the way that you are working with others to manifest products, concrete resources that can be of use and value to others. This has to do with teaching others, that this is about sharing with others, engaging a team, a community, uh, collaborators to help in the productivity of what it is you're creating, how this is organized, how this is developed, how this is scaled, how this is promoted in the world, and how each member works in a collaborative spirit to identify the strengths of each member in leveraging opportunities for the members to grow in the process of creating these things, these products, these services. If this is resonating with you so far, Scorpio, please like this video. Please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I am, again, Regina, and I appreciate all the ways that I'm supported by you. Because this is a general reading, it is not going to resonate with everyone. Personal readings, information for that is in the description box below. And I am featuring a half-off sale through the end of the year. So thank you to all of you who are participating in that. And I've chosen the card that reads, I know that I am never alone. The card is titled Loneliness because this has been a very solitary journey in its parts, in your adherence to who you truly are at your core, and the constant exploration, the digging, the research, the uncovering of that has often meant that you've spent a lot of time on your own. However, you know that that is not an equation with loneliness. You are constantly surrounded by what some would call your council of elders, your spirit team, your relatives, your ancestors, your cultural heritage, and all the individuals that people that, even from other heritages. It doesn't mean that you are destined to pursue your DNA lineage by any means, but you have chosen a community of ancestors that you intimately are in communication with. I'm going to clarify the warrior in the present, the warrior of staffs with the Empress card, and the Hermit card. These two together, wow. You're a creative. You're someone who needs a lot of time in solitude to pursue, follow through on your ideas, to seek the answers you need, You do that based on your own authority, based on your own innate creative gifts and powers. You are uniquely in constant communion with the natural world. And that, of course, can include your ancestors, your family members that have passed, your community, your cultural heroes and sheroes. You understand that your source derives from these, but ultimately in this life, you are your own authority, and you respect that silence and sacred space to connect with the authorities from which you derive your power. In the past, the World card and the Nine of Wands. You have released, you have completed, you have closed out a particular journey, project, achievement, and it's something that you had to work very hard and long at creating, at uh, finishing up, completing. And this can roughly equate to Pluto, your ruling planet's transit through Capricorn, in which you may have experienced some profound shifts in the structures that support you, or the conscious, I want to say, detoxification or simplification of those structures, a simpler understanding of your roots, a kind of minimizing the complexity of that in order to get as deep as you feel you need to go. And in that way, you are refreshed, innervated. You understand this journey has been part of preparing you for the path of success that you're now on. You know that you're very close to a kind of completion, because the idea of completion and ending simply leads to a beginning. But you feel yourself prepared for this very successful achievement that you are mounting at this time, with all the wisdom, all the ability to recognize and elevate the communication that you have with those that feed your creativity, feed your sense of historic place and perspective. In the future, the Five of Staffs is clarified by the Five of Pentacles and Sun card. Wow. So your collaboration has a very distinct flavor. Not only have you found yourself, have you accepted yourself, particularly the joy, the meaning in what you do, but you have successfully abandoned the way that you have been defined by others. There is a way in which you perhaps, like many of us, have come from a background of constant acquisition or lack, or a sense that there was never quite enough, or a deep striving to have enough, to pursue a kind of comfort, stability, or abundance that seemed to be assigned to others, not to you or to your tribe. And you have fought against that, you've worked against that, and you have successfully redefined yourself in a way that you understand is limitless. You've tapped into the abundance of who you are, the abundance of your gifts, your talents, and you know that there is no price tag on that, or that it is priceless. At the same time, that means that you know your value, you know what you bring. So you're actually opening up the doors of receiving the stability and the security that you are worthy of, that you are deserving of. You're no longer moving from a place of lack and concern about making ends meet. You know that you live in an abundant world, and you've learned how to tap into that resources, and to know that you're more than enough, that you have a unique gift that is essential to your community, to your family, to the world. And I'm going to complete this reading, Scorpio, with the flora and fauna of Africa. And I will be linking a playlist on one side or the other to the end screen if you enjoy this content. And we have the golden crowned bat, and the key word is rebirth. That, by the way, Scorpio, as you well know, with a ruling planet of Pluto that has just moved into Aquarius, is all about rebirth, endings and beginnings. A major transition is underway. This new situation may require some sacrifices, but it will be worth it. Thank you so much for your time, and until next time, Namaste.